Boy Dutch, the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. On today's episode of Prison Stories Uncut, we over East Baltimore with it, man. But before I hop off in the storytelling mode, I want to send a big shout out to the brother Daryl Henry. This brother sent his hard-earned money in. Bless the channel through Cash App. Appreciate you, brother Daryl Henry. And last but not least, we got the brother Jack's daddy. This brother don't just watch the channel, he support the channel. Sent his hard-earned money in, blessed it through Cash App. Appreciate you, brother Jack's daddy. Can't appreciate you enough. Now that we got that out the way, let's get it. There's dog shit in there. He closed the door behind him, cut through the kitchen, flipped the light switch on the wall, illuminated the living room. Nobody in the living room. He walked over to the bottom of the steps and yelled out again, "Excuse me, is Chris up there? Can you tell him to come on?" But again, no answer. So now he get to thinking like, I know this nigga ain't falling asleep. So he like, fuck it, I'm ready to go up here. He get to coming up the steps. When he got to the top of the steps, bedroom was directly to his right. He tapped on the door. Crickets. So he tapped on the door again. Crickets again. So he grabbed the knob and twisted like, fuck it, man, I'm ready to wake this nigga up. Open the door. What he saw was so gruesome, he had to jump back like, oh. Chris' baby mother was laid out on the bedroom floor with her throat slit in a pool of blood, holding a cordless phone in her hand. He looked over to the bed. Chris laid out, eyes wide open, with his arms sprawled out like angel wings, and a steak knife right in the middle of his chest. Mikey looking like, what the fuck? In shock, he just standing there paralyzed. But then it came across his mind like, what if somebody's still in here? Instincts kicking in, fight or flight syndrome kicking in. He turned around, get ready, run back down the steps when he hears a faint voice, real low voice, but he can hear it. So he stopped in his tracks, heart beating fast in panic mode. He turns around back in the room, listening for the voice, walking towards the voice. And he noticed it's coming from the phone in Cat-Eye Chris' baby mother hand, the cordless house phone. So he bent down to pick up the phone, and he can hear a voice on the other line saying, ma'am, are you still there, ma'am? Units are on the way, ma'am. And no soon as she said that, he could start hearing sirens coming. He dropped the phone, turned around, hightailed down the steps, panicking. By the time he made it down the steps and reached the front door, about 10 police officers had guns pointed at him, with a flashlight shining on his face. They yelling out, don't move, don't move. He like, I ain't do nothing. They tell him, get down, get down. He lay down on his stomach, put his hands behind his back. They handcuff him quick. Go in the house, find Chris and his baby mother upstairs, fucked up. Mikey out on the porch talking about, I ain't do nothing. It was like that when I came in there. The coroner get there, they bring the bodies downstairs. A few of the detectives went down in the basement. They come back up from out the basement after a little while and asked Mikey, who they had seated on the porch with his hands behind his back, cuffed up. And they asked him, like, what your buddies do? Run out the back door? Through the basement? Basement door wide open back there, man. What they do, run out the back? Mikey looking at him like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't know nothing about no basement door. That's my homeboy. We came here together. He went in there to drop some money off, stayed in there too long. I came in behind him, found him like this. The detective didn't even respond and just read him his rights. Mikey just dropped his head like, oh my God, Joe. Can I make a phone call? But anyway, meanwhile, back at the house, Kamika and Jamaica get out the car shooken up, still trembling with fear. Kamika opened the front door and sighed with relief, feeling like she just escaped death. Jamaica coming behind and closed the door. They go in the living room. Jamaica was standing there holding her neck like, that's all they junky asses got for my chain. I ain't even sweating that shit. We about to go make enough money tonight to buy 10 chains. So Kamika looked at her like, you still wanna go? Jamaica like, them niggas ain't stopping my bag. Kamika like, I don't know, I'm a little shook up, girl. Jamaica like, man, shake that shit off. This Baltimore, we done had worse shit happen. Kamika like, no bullshit. Alright, we going. I do need the money. So Jamaica like, come on, let's go get dressed. They go down in the basement where Jamaica was staying at. She had all the costumes and lingerie outfits down there. So Jamaica go in the dresser drawer, whip out the 2 matching black lingerie outfits with the rhinestones on them. They get to taking their clothes off. They was both gonna wear their hair up in a bun, so they stand in front of the mirror and get to fixing their hair. A mirror she had on top of the dresser down there. These girls had them bodies. I'm talking thick like the Tacky twins. But anyway,